Today, how are people surviving in today's business climate? Well, let's not talk about today's business climate. Let's talk about tomorrow's business climate. In the last 10 years, we've seen a huge trend in online sales. Of course, Amazon has kind of changed the landscape of retail. There's no need to replay all of that. Everyone knows how that's worked out and how it's only going to ramp up now. I anticipate. So our local businesses, our local stores, a lot of them already have an online presence, but there are many, many people that have a hobby, they have a desire, they have a need to start a business, or they have a product or service that they can do and they want to sell it. It might now be their only means of income. I'm gonna use my mom as an example. My mom makes quilts. She bought this quilting machine and it's her hobby now. But she started selling quilts. She sells them on Facebook. She has a Facebook page, which was free for her to create. She's sitting there making quilts for everybody. She's already got the Christmas list done because she's been sitting at home making quilts all day. So now she can get really creative and try to sell to the public. And she has a long list now of customers that she's just started doing this less than a year ago. Just takes pictures of the quilts that she's working on and ones that she's made. Whenever she makes a quilt, she'll lay it out on the bed, take pictures of it and display it, and then tell how much the price is. And people are, taking orders, and it's really, really taken off. And she's got a long list now. I hope she can get to them all because I think she priced herself way too low because they're really, really nice. And I always tell her you could be getting twice what you're getting for them, and not. But anyway, that's beside the point. If you have a product, you don't want to price yourself too low or too high. There's a good medium that you'll find, because if you price it too high and you're not selling them, it's probably priced too high. If it's too low and you've got just everybody's out the door with a long list, kind of like my mom, she right off the bat she got like 25 orders. She's selling them for $200 each. They should be $600 because of the amount of time she's putting into them. And I told her, I said, you could maybe look at that price that you've got on there. It easily could be more, and you don't have to make as many. You make just as much. The first thing you're going to do is figure out really quickly what you've got in it, what your time, how much time it takes, and then look and see what your competitors are selling it for. Because very likely you've got competitors, or you will have competitors, and just see what the market is bringing. And if you have a premium product that can bear a higher price, or if you try to be under the highest price and you want to be the medium, the value option for people, most markets are already kind of set, and they're fluctuating. So you always have to really watch and see. Like the market for quilts, like my mom, there's the price at Belk's, but then there's the price that other people are making handmade quilts, and people are happy to pay. My mom said, well, that queen size quilt doesn't cost $200 at Belk's. I said, but Mom, they're paying for handmade. They're paying you for a premium. They want more expensive. That's why they're shopping for you. There's a different market for handmade, bespoke, homemade type quality that you can't normally get in a store, or it's different. To me, it's worth it. It's kind of like going to a farmer's market, getting fresh fruit versus at your local grocery store. So products, when you're, a lot of people make products that there's shipping involved that they have to consider. If you have a product, you're going to need to consider your price. You need to consider, are you shipping it worldwide, or is it just for pickup only, or is it you make deliveries? There's all different ways, and that's something really important now because people are very concerned about how they're receiving their products. Always deliver the option that you would want. If you want to receive your products in a safe way and you want to know that they're safe when they're delivered to your front porch, take that same extra step, for your customers. If you're starting a business right off the bat, you're going to get paid for it. So when they pay you online, you need to set up an LLC and set up a company. You can set up an LLC online, or you get an attorney or an accountant to do it. It's usually around $40 or $50 filing fee. Um, well, I think it's a $50 filing fee with the Secretary of State's office, and if an attorney does it, you're going to need to. There's several things they have to put together. You have to work with them to put together a operating agreement that outlines who your company is and who the principals are. It might only be you, but you still have to outline it, just so it's like the living document that shows how your business is set up. And then once you have that operating agreement document put in place, then you can open a business account at the local bank in that business's name. So once you start selling your products and once you start selling your services, and people pay you online, they pay you through a PayPal account or a Venmo account or Square account or one of these online options that there are, and that money goes into your business account. And let's talk about services for a second. So you might have a lawn care service. My friend Scott has a really good lawn care service, and they advertise on Facebook also. It's, there's scheduling involved. If you have a service where you're actually going out and performing something for your customers, you're going to want to have the ability for them to see if you're available or not. It's an important function. And referrals is another, whether it's mainly with services, you're going to want to be able to advertise your customer list. If it's okay with, you always want to check with your customer and say, can I add you to my referral list? And most of the time they will, of course, agree to that. And it's really good for, if I'm researching online someone's service or someone's online presence and I see a list of reputable names on there, customers, it's almost like it sells itself. It's very, very important. If, for example, Memorial Hospital or Community Bank, or if there's a big name that's a customer and you see that, then that very legitimizing instantly. This is an opportunity, and if you're not the most creative person, get some help. Get some help from your kids or your nieces or nephews, and really try to have a creative online presence. Advertising, when you're advertising or when you're creating little commercials, or if you're creating ads or flyers for your product or your service, the more creative they are, the more they stand out. And lastly, there's the customer service aspect of it, where just because you sell something and you ship it out, or if somebody agrees for you to come and perform a service for them, there's customer service and there's building brand loyalty and there's return customers is what you're looking for. So always be ready to accept returns or replacements or different things like that. You might say, well, I'm not Walmart. I don't have that kind of return policy. I've sold it. I've got the money. I've spent it. That's true, but you still are a business, and you still you want to treat your customers the way you want to be treated. And just because you begin selling out of your home or working out of your home, it's very important to try to always look for repeat business and have that repeat business customer service in mind to grow it. You might have something and you look online and there's 200 other people doing the same thing. Do it anyway. Don't stop, because your friends, your family are going to hopefully help you and promote yours, and whatever it is, whatever your gift is, whatever your product is that you're selling. So it's going to be more and more and more and more necessary to operate this way. So there's not a better time than now to really try to develop an online presence for yourself, for your business, no matter what it is. I have taught an entrepreneur class at Hines and at Southern for 15, 20 years now. So anybody that has any questions or needs advice or suggestions, my email is davidparker@gulfport-ms.gov, and they're welcome to reach out to me with suggestions or advice or questions. I'll be happy to, free of charge, help them in every way possible. So any way that I can help, I'd be happy to. Thank you.